So I went to Home Depot today to buy some soil, and I just wanted to show you, Cordyline australis, New Zealand cabbage palm, comes in a lot of different varieties, but the cheapest place to buy is just at the, Lowe's or Home Depot. They always have them. So this one I bought a couple of years ago was a small plant, and that one is my favorite. It's called Cherry Sensation, I believe. It's got this really nice kind of red and purple variegated. It's getting a little bit of a trunk. I think I might have paid $12 for a 1 gallon size. I have a few of them actually. They're quite cold hardy, and even if they do get zapped, they'll come back from the roots. So long-term zone 9A, if they are going to grow into trees. But I don't know if these colored ones get quite as big. I think the green ones get huge, and the colored ones I don't see that many. But I wanted to show you what I picked up. So I've had one similar to this, except this one feels a little more strappy, like flexible. And this is one that I thought was kind of like Red Star, but let me show you this. So you see this one? It's pinkish red on the outside with dark on the inside. And this one, if you look at the newest leaf, it is dark on the outside with a red stripe on the inside, which is actually quite nice, because there is one called Red Star, and I found that one has much shorter leaves on it, much stiffer. And it is kind of this bronzy color, but these ones seemed a lot softer, so that's why I bought them. And now that I'm seeing the variegation, it's almost the opposite of Cherry Sensation. So let me show you this. I'm just gonna move the tag. Boom, $8. So they had a 1 gallon size, and they were $12, and they were maybe 25% bigger. Not worth it in my books. Buy the smaller one. They also had, I bought 3 of them. I usually buy plants in odd numbers. They also had Torbay Dazzler, which is a yellow and green, a little bit of brown, a little bit of pink, kind of a different color. I don't think it stands out as much, so I didn't get any of those. And then if you want to buy your super cheapo green wild type Cordyline australis, this is what you'll see: Dracaena or spikes. And then, so it's got 2 names. It's got Dracaena, which it's not, and here it's got Cordyline, which is correct, but it's not Indivisa. Indivisa is a very rare, hard to get, finicky type of Cordyline. This is Cordyline australis, so $3.50. You can probably get them at the end of season for, $1.50, $2, that sort of thing. So these are used for just in your pots and stuff, and people just consider them as a throwaway, but they're actually trees. But look at this one. So there's a bunch of green ones, but I saw this one. There's a couple like this. So this is green with kind of a pinkish line down the midrib. And they actually had another one that was kind of a purpley color, kind of like a dark purple. But look at the base on this one. So I picked this one up. But they had loads of green ones. So if you want Cordyline australis, just go to whatever grocery store, hardware store, big box store, whatever. They all have them, and it's just this. They'll either be called Dracaena, spikes, or Cordyline Indivisa. So that's just a real cheap way to get them, and these grow fast. I planted one about this size, and it was about that size in 2 years, and I had it in the ground. I actually ended up ripping it out just because I didn't like where it was. I don't think they transplant well because they have a long taproot. But anyway, Cordyline australis, really easy to find. I know a lot of people have asked me, where did you get those? I can't believe it. And I said Home Depot. Obviously they're not this big when you first get them, but they grow pretty quick, and they can take full sun. New Zealand cabbage palm, Cordyline australis. It grows in swamps. It grows pretty much everywhere, so it's a really easy plant. It's just in the winter, you know, it doesn't really like it too cold. But these went through 24 degrees this year, and about 36 to 48 hours below freezing, no issues, no damage or anything like that. Some of the older leaves are a little pale, I guess, but you just pull them off by hand when they're ready to go. So just look around for your little green spikes, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. You can have a bunch of Cordyline, and they are root hardy in zone 8 and probably even to zone 7. So if you get a bad winter, they'll freeze to the ground, but they'll come back. There's a lot of big ones around here. My neighbor has 2 that have frozen a few times. They've come back multi-headed, and they're about the size of this patio set, each one. They're absolutely massive, and about 4 or 5 feet tall. You usually just see the single ones, but yeah, just look for spikes or Cordyline or Dracaena. Don't spend a lot of money on them. Don't go to specialty nursery and pay extra money for Torbay Dazzler or anything like that. Maybe if it's one you've never seen before, spend a little bit extra, but these are really cheap plants, mass produced in the millions. So anyway, thanks for watching.